No cameras or recording equipment. Fuck off. Okay, to those of you who are new to my channel, firstly, I do swear a lot, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to be better, but shit happens, get over it. Today's video is because I was speaking to a young man on Facebook. I say young, I'm only 27, nearly 28, fuck's sake. And he was asking me about tips on passing bike test theory. And I said, oh, well, if you want, I'll make a YouTube video if you'll watch it. And he went, yeah, I'll even subscribe. Shit, now I've got to do a video. So here we go. Tips and tricks for passing motorcycle test theory to mod 2 by BritNinja88. Now it's going to be tips mixed with my personal experiences. It may be a bit hard to follow because I do ramble on a bit. I'll probably cover the same things twice, if not more times. Sorry about that if I do. So cold and the bike just wants to die. But yeah, we'll make a start in a moment once I'm on the bike. We'll go into it in great detail. Hopefully you'll enjoy, maybe even pass this video on to people you know, even if only to laugh at me. Is it starting to rain? Oh, I better fucking not be. Balls! Okay, I suppose we'll start before the theory, which is all about revision, getting ready for it. Most important thing I'd say is don't burn yourself out. I mean, if you're a week away or a few months away from doing the theory, it's great to practice, but don't overdo it. It's quite easy to overdo it and then ruin your enthusiasm for doing it. I did the same thing when I was doing my car one. I practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced, and then I fucking hated the theory and never wanted to do it again. It hurt more than it helped. Make learning fun for yourself is another thing. I can't learn like a lot of people can. I mean, if you're one of these freaks who can read a book and then take all that information in, regardless of the content, good for you. But I am not one of these people, and I can't do that. I struggle. If I'm not interested, it doesn't go into my head, it just goes straight over. So make it fun for yourself. Moving on to the actual theory. Now, there's two parts to the theory. There's the big scary dog. No, there's no big scary dog in the theory. There's two parts, 50 multiple choice questions followed by hazard perception. Now the biggest part of the multiple choice is read the question twice. They are worded specifically to catch people out. Read the question twice. It seems pedantic, but just do it. And don't be rushed. Don't feel like you've got to get it done in a certain time limit. You do, but it's you get a lot of leeway. So just if you're not sure, put the question on the back burner, go back to it. I didn't revise for my theory the second time because of what happened with the first, and I got through by the skin of my teeth. And the last at the test centre turned around and said, oh, you very nearly didn't get a pass on that one. You got very close to the minimal amount to pass. And I said, to be accurate about it, love, I was exactly on the minimum to pass. And she was like, I said, well, you could always retake the test. Fuck no! I passed. Moving on to the hazard perception. Now this is where I get a bit of a bone about things. Multiple choice is multiple choice, the answers are there for you. Just about picking them out. The hazard perception is such a bastard because anybody else in life would think it was good that you could pick out a hazard before it was one. Like, as bikers, we know a hazard before we see one. It's a sixth sense to bikers. You see a car acting a bit squirrely, your brain instantly goes into overdrive and you lock onto them, don't you? In any other walk of life, your examiner, your tutor or teacher of riding, your friends, your family, everyone will say, wow, you're very good at spotting hazards before they become a hazard. You've got eyes like a shithouse rat, and it's a good thing. The only people on this planet who don't give a flying fuck about that are the people doing the theory hazard perception. Because their world is in boxes on computers. Green, orange and red. You miss that box and you are fucked. My account of things, when I did my motorcycle one, I missed the box on 2 clips by, well, how much was it by? Half a second to a second each, where I'd spotted the problem, clicked, and then the green box started. And that was fucking gut-wrenching when I got to the end. And they won't listen to you. You can't negotiate with these people. They don't hear what you're saying. Their world is that box. So you've got to make sure, if you see a hazard, it's definitely a hazard. It can't be about to be a hazard because they don't accept it, which is ridiculous. You should be rewarded for spotting things sooner than they are a problem. But I went through the rigmarole. They were accusing me of clicking just because. They were saying that I'd watched the clips online, so I knew when the problem was going to occur, you know, all that shit. And I said, well, what was my overall score then? How did I do? And they went, oh, it's a pass. And I went, well, screw it, and walked away. Ooh, whatever that was, it was hard. That was a little bit dodgy. Was it my tyre? Fucking hope not. I'll soon find out. No. Okay, I need that open. Where was I? Oh yeah, you've just done the hazard perception. You passed. Roll on to the Mod 1. Now the Mod 1, I was very relaxed about up until I came to the point of doing it. It is important to remember these key facts. You are being tested on the Mod 1. Although it is an off-road test in an enclosed road area with no other vehicles except you and an examiner on foot, you are being tested to road standards and under road... I forget the name for it. Basically, it's a road environment and you're being tested as such. You are also being tested from the moment you meet the examiner to the moment you shake hands with him at the end when he's giving you a pass or a fail. Too many people think that test starts once they enter that compound. It's not true. Your test starts the minute you two have agreed that you're on test. Very important. What the fuck is going on up here today? Must be some kind of event at the pub. What the fuck? Apologies. It's just one of those days up here. Yeah, sorry, a bit distracted by all the little couplings running around in the dark with no lights or anything, or high vis. Funny. Yeah, you're on test the minute you talk to him. He might do it in the order he did it with me. He asked me to read some reg plates. I was a dick. When he said, can you read them reg plates? I said, what reg plates? I laughed. He looked at me. I realised I'd done goofed. But I said, yes, of course I can. I can even read the car that's pulling into the car park all the way over there. Don't worry about it. Read the plates. He was like, okay, you can read, fine. And then he asked me questions about the bike. Now, I say questions, he asked me one and then deemed that I was worthy. Key point, if he asks you questions, I was asked, what would you do if you were about to take someone on your first pillion ride on this bike? And I answered with, well, firstly, I would consult the manual regarding my tyres, suspension, headlights, and safety features regarding my pillion passenger. If anything wasn't right, or I couldn't amend myself, I would take it to a registered garage for them to attend to. If I did not have a manual to consult, I would take it straight to a dealership to acquire a manual or otherwise. Very, very anal answer, but it's what you wanted to hear. You've got to do it that way. On the test, you are under road conditions. Everything you do, it's pedantic and you feel like you're overdoing it a bit, but observations. When moving the bike off the stand, shoulder check. When riding into the enclosure, shoulder check. When riding up to him, shoulder check. Everything, you've got to be like you're on the road. He will fail you if you do anything without doing a check first. Well, he'll at least give you a minor or maybe even a major. So you've got to do your checks. That's the most important thing about the Mod 1. Now, I got one minor and he let me off with one. The one minor was because I pulled up to the white line, and you've got to stop at the centre of your wheel over the white line. My wheel was slightly back, and I managed to talk my way into that one. I said, look, you don't stop against the white line on the road because your front wheel will be taken off by cars on the main road. And he went, yeah, fair enough. And the other one was when I approached him at 30 mile an hour on the lap. He said, okay, you were doing 30, but it was flicking to 29 to do it again. So I did it again and passed. Mod 2. Now, I have no solid advice on this one, I'm afraid. Everyone's different. All I can tell you is what my experience of it was. I do not do well under instruction. I am dyslexic, a little, because, you know, let's throw an X in the middle of the word to fuck with them. Exactly. On my car test, the examiner was very kind and he was doing arm gestures whenever he told me to go a different direction. On the bike one, you know, I'd hear in my headphone, okay, take the next left, and my brain would go, which way's left? I got over it though, I managed to do okay. What I will say is what's most important is not about what you do and what mistakes you make, it's how you deal with those mistakes you've made. Oh, come on, why are you driving at me with your fucking high beam on, dick? Fucking retard. If you stall, you're going to stall. It's going to happen. Get used to it. If you stall, don't panic. Don't fucking reach for the fucking clutch and start trying to jerk the bike back to life. You're just going to fuck up and ruin your test. Calmly, shoulder check, make sure you're clear, show that you've stopped. Restart the bike, ride away calmly. That's the best advice. I thought I failed my test. I turned right in a little joining road, and traffic had changed from when I first looked to when I looked again, so I stopped, put my right foot down. I thought, fail. I have failed. But that turned out to be the best thing I could have done for myself, because then I was able to just relax, loosen up, because that's a big part of it. He's going to be looking at how you're riding. And after that, I treated it just like any other ride. The self-ride bit, where he basically says, use this road to get us back, did that fine, no issues. In fact, that was the best part of the ride. It's all about how you deal with what you do. It's not about what you do, it's about how you deal with what you've done. Try and stay calm, relaxed. I know it sounds silly, but you've got to just relax. If you're...
Nope. It's heavy. Oh shit! Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh. No! Oh. Shit. Oh. Fuck.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, you shitting me, what just happened? Oh, not again.
Oh, bollocks! Fuck's sake. Piece of shit. Wonder how many indicators I'm gonna go through this year. Fuck's sake. I'm alright, thanks. Not again! Oh well. Not first. Mirror, yeah. Piss it, I've had enough.